here, Rob, and then we also have...
It's Paddy. How you doing, everyone? Welcome. We're in beautiful Gambier Island right now, and I hope you're all doing really well today. Yeah. And we've got an extremely special guest. There's a lot, like a huge amount of interaction and comments, lots of questions coming through. We've got the one and only Judi Fox. How you doing, mate?
How are you doing, Judi? Hold on, we're gonna bring you into the screen here. If you guys are joining us, say hello in the comments and let us know where you guys are from. Judi, hey, how are you?
So excited to be here. I'm doing great. You guys are doing awesome.
Oh, we're doing great. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah. No, we're super excited to have you here. We know we have a lot of questions from our community inside the Thinkific studio about LinkedIn. This is a huge thing. LinkedIn just opened up their applications for LinkedIn Live, correct?
Yes, and I filled out an application because I didn't get an official first invite, but it's okay. What were you going to say?
No, that's okay. That's
okay.
Yeah, so they've responded back, and we will find out. We will find out who gets the live in the next round, but they are definitely very slowly rolling that out, mainly because they want to make sure that it is being used correctly.
Yeah, I think they're really trying to like control the quality of the people and the quality of the talks and the quality of the lives. Because I think that's one thing. If you release that feature, a feature like that, you'll get tons and tons of like content, but it might not be necessarily what everyone wants to see. Yeah, and I think Rob and I were talking about this recently. There's like you can definitely see it with like lives as well. If you just go live and don't really want to like either educate or help someone, it can definitely even like be adverse to perhaps you building your brand out. Yeah, and especially on LinkedIn now. Like LinkedIn's become this platform where I think more people are realizing the power of it, and they're flocking, and they're coming to it from like other platforms, and they're sort of expecting that maybe some of the tactics that work on like Facebook or on Instagram or other places will work on LinkedIn, which actually I don't think necessarily is going to work every time. Because how many times have we seen that comment? Oh, you can't write that here. It's not Facebook or it's not Instagram.
Yeah,
I've seen that today.
Exactly. Yeah, well, we're super excited. I mean, this is, like I said, this is a huge topic. It seems like a lot of our community members really want to know how to leverage LinkedIn. It's kind of been a sleeper as far as a social channel, right? People are paying attention to Instagram and Facebook. And so would love to hear. First, let's just talk about who is Judi Fox. People are wondering, very famous for getting 3 million views in 2018 inside of LinkedIn for all of our posts and content and reach. So Judi, why don't you say hello, and who are you? What do you do? And what are you all about within LinkedIn?
Hello. So yes, I am Judi Fox. So that is why I have my fox ears. They are separate from my hat. LinkedIn didn't specifically make me a fox hat. That would have been nice. But yes, I have been active on the LinkedIn platform for as long as I can remember. I have a degree in chemical engineering going all the way back to 1999. And then I have my master's with a MBA focus and a sustainability and environmental sustainability. So for a very long time, I've worked with Fortune 500 companies, and at some point realized the power of LinkedIn. And I think a lot of people understand that platform as a great place to network, for job opportunities, for a place for your resume. For a very long time, that was the main kind of thought process behind that platform. But as the years have gone on, it has started to become an extremely amazing place for thought leaders, building and growing an audience and a platform that is a very well educated and very maybe just say like savvy consumer of that content, as far as it, a lot of people throw out the word high value content is so important. And that platform really does kind of pull out and highlight the highest value type of content. It's definitely one of those platforms. So again, that gives you my quick background. But yes, specifically, I have been in sales and business development for the industry that I was working in. And when LinkedIn went to video, I started building my personal brand more. I started at around 2,000 followers at the beginning of 2018, and I'm now at 22,000. And like you said, I hit 3 million views, and we cannot ever control views or engagement. But at the end of the day, I was averaging at over 2018, 600 likes and comments, and that's my average. And I kept a spreadsheet. It's funny because the platform does not necessarily, I always tell people, take screenshots, and you need to be the curator of your numbers and your reach and your content on that platform. If you want to keep it, take screenshots of it and have it live elsewhere too. I think it's very important to, if you're going to be a content creator on that platform, try and find a way to have your content live on elsewhere too. Ooh, I can't hear you all of a sudden.
Second.
Is it me?
Sorry, yeah, no, that's sorry. It's we are literally in the forest. So.
Oh, we were listening to birds. That would be so
right. You can hear the birds. Yeah. Hey, I want to say hello.
I hope that was a good summary or not too long.
I want to say hello to Lucas. I want to say hello to Denise. Thanks for joining us. John, thanks for joining us. Everyone that's on the live on Facebook and YouTube, say hello in the comments. Give us a like. Let us know that you guys are here with us today. We're going to be asking your questions, and Judy's going to be answering them for us. So the first one, Judi, I saw that on Instagram. You got a question from Lucas. Lucas, thanks for the question.
Thank you.
What are 2 to 3 key differences in optimizing your LinkedIn profile for selling a course versus coaching? What's your thoughts on that?
So my thoughts are, with coaching, I can speak more confidently from that because I am building my course. I want to be very clear because some people have asked, like, where's your Thinkific course? I'm searching for it. I'm building it right now with the group coaching. So I've done one-on-one coaching, which I think is very good for vetting out what your audience needs, what is wanted, and what you're getting results for people that they're going to live on. So the main thing I want to say with starting out on LinkedIn and how you're going to draw in that audience for your, let's just stick with coaching right now. You are going to optimize your profile first. And what I like to do is above the fold, really, really focus on that, because it's just like anything. When people land on your website, are they going to keep scrolling, or are they going to get turned off within that first landing right on your website? What does it look like? Same thing with LinkedIn. When you create content on that platform, you can try to drive them off of that platform to go check out your website to sign up for your group coaching, or you can try to drive them off of the website to go to your Thinkific course. At the end of the day, though, your fastest and best way is to drive them over to your profile, to build that trust with them and to position yourself with your highest offering. So if you're doing group coaching, you would position yourself as the best way for them to reach out to you, to either fill out an application or to contact you, go to your website, wherever you drive people. I have some people say they want to drive them to their DMs. So we will literally make it clear from the top down of their profile, their number one call to action is getting people to send them a direct message. And you want to just make it so clear. A confused audience doesn't buy your course and they don't buy your coaching. So you don't want to confuse anybody.
I was going to say, I've seen people do something like, leave a comment or tell me that you're interested in grabbing this lead magnet or something like that. Would you say that's a good idea as well?
That does work on LinkedIn, just like I see it work on Facebook and Instagram. I see the same thing saying, leave a yes below if you're interested. And that is actually one of the things I used for launching the LinkedIn Like a Fox group coaching. Was I put out a message saying, if you're interested, leave a yes below in a video on LinkedIn. So yes, that is a huge way to drive traffic. So either you're going to drive traffic to the comments, and then that naturally leads to driving traffic to your profile. More people check out the profile. I mean, I can get anywhere from 5,000 people to check out my profile, or to up to 13,000 at one point were checking out my profile. So driving that traffic and having your profile be the top of your sales funnel for your group coaching versus your course, And again, I'm trying to like manage the both. There's so many things that you're going to do that's similar, but you're not going to confuse the audience. Either you're running a group coaching or you're running a course. And you know what I mean? Like if you want to drive traffic into your course at the moment, you would optimize your profile for that. And then it's an upsell to get into your one-on-one or your group coaching. Do you see what I mean? Like, I mean, I think I see a lot of other people doing that. So.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So we'll share the screen here. And then, so to give you guys an idea, maybe Judi, talk us through your profile here, but it's very, very intentional as far as like what you are doing with your profile. It's a really key real estate, right? When it comes to LinkedIn.
Yes. So, and I would say I'm all about progress, not perfection. Am I perfect? No, but there are key things that continue to be tweaked on my profile. So for example, I love highlighting at the very, very top, Fox Rocks. And the reason why is because you can follow hashtags and that creates conversation. And I even get people saying Fox Rocks on my Facebook Live, and I now get Fox Rocks on my DMs, and it's become a fun energy behind it. The next thing, saying that I'm a LinkedIn video creator, I will, when I go through all of this and I have my Thinkific course, I'm going to profile that at the very top. Right now, I have imaging of me being on a podcast, being on video. I do love Pinterest, so I highlighted the fact that I'm getting 30,000 views a month on Pinterest. And there's certain things I've highlighted. I could stand to update my image, but it starts from having a fun energy. I definitely show up with fun energy from the top down. Another key thing, make it so it's very easily highlightable, your website. Next up, make that the top thing. So right now, I do need to change that and say that next, sign up for the wait list.
Right.
But right there is the judifox.com. Again, I'm all about progress, not perfection. I never claim to be a perfect person here.
Of course.
I'm highlighting all the things. And the other thing is, it's okay to get personal. I talk about the fact that I had a family crisis happen in 2014 that caused me to go off of social media, go back to corporate. And I didn't post on social media for 4 years. I was studying for 4 years. I took Marie Forleo's B School. I learned how to run an online business. I filmed video for 4 years that never saw the light of day. So there is a lot of things behind the scenes that go into who I am and why I can show up in 2018 and come out of the gate and have my first video on LinkedIn go to 12,000 views and 1,000, you know what I mean? Like it's built up from behind the scenes working on it. Nobody is a overnight success necessarily. You're a buildup of all the knowledge and everything you've ever learned. So.
Absolutely. No, that's great. So that's an example there, and we'll link to your LinkedIn profile as well, so people can check you out and obviously connect with you. So very good. So very clear. Have a clear call to action, and make sure that you use that prime real estate for in your profile to drive people to your landing page or whatever that call to action is. So
try to have one thing that you drive people to, and whatever that one thing is, make it easily highlightable.
Right.
And the reason why is because LinkedIn, it's not a hyperlink right there.
Right. Yeah. Right.
So people have told me they'll highlight those words and then drop them into the, the website.
Into the browser.
Yeah.
Yeah. So make it easy. It's just like when you go to a restaurant, there's too many things to pick. Just like a simple menu, one thing, and that's it.
Can I ask a question, Ajay? Yeah. We interviewed Trevor Turnbull a couple of weeks back, which I think it was either just before Christmas or after. And I asked him about, how you mentioned obviously LinkedIn. LinkedIn was this place for the longest time where it was almost like a resume. It's an online resume portal in like a lot of ways when it first started off. How could someone go, if they're looking to take these steps now to start creating that video content, what are some of those key changes they could make to their profile or their connection base that's now going to start establishing them as a thought leader?
So to be changing yourself from the resume over, I always tell people, again, nothing's ever set in stone. So what I like to tell people is if you're nervous about updating your profile and switching over from resume to the entrepreneur thought leader space. And I think honestly, everyone should, no matter, even if you're an employee, I think having your personal brand and showing up as that way with a little more personality, I think is going to be the way of the world. But that's my opinion. At the end of the day, your ability to edit that profile is a process, and honestly, people move themselves along the path to getting more and more, what's the word, like clear on their call to action, what they're doing, and kind of treating it more like a landing page on a website, the About Me section, a little bit more of your website. So instead of thinking of your profile as the resume, think of it as your About Me of your website.
Did it again. Sorry. We're
people walking past.
Yeah.
Oh, you're all good.
But that's some really good points. And I think
I like that
analogy of like the landing page or the About Me section of the site, I didn't even think of it like that, but that's such a simple way to think of it, and it's so effective, yet so effective. Great
Absolutely.
Point. Thank you so much.
No, that's great. And Lucas, thanks for the comment. Lucas, on the Facebook.
I know we have more comments to get to.
Facebook Live says that thanks for the share. I think there's a lot of perspective towards LinkedIn, keeping it strictly professional and keeping the personal out. So yeah, I mean, I think there's a little bit of a shift. There's a lot of YouTubers, a lot of podcasts, lots of Instagrammers taking their content over to LinkedIn as well because of the opportunity there. But yeah, no, that's great. I think a little bit more personal never hurts. Okay, we're gonna jump into the next question here from the Facebook group. What's the best way to promote my course to my connections without breaking the rules and without being too salesy? I have to repeat that last. Without being too salesy.
So I will start by saying LinkedIn continues to be a platform that really still, there's so much value in showing up in the comments. Spending time in the comments will serve you and your content. And the reason why I say that is because LinkedIn will see you as more valuable to the platform if you are spending and putting out on the platform quality content and quality comments. A lot of people think they can just show up from YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, and that's great that they're bringing their content over, but they're not spending time in the comments within the platform, not on their own content, if that makes sense. So if you're going to be promoting your course, first of all, I would actually, like, for example, I know a YouTuber that was trying to promote their course, and they had a video that was out on YouTube, and I edited it down to what would do well on LinkedIn. And at the end of the day, what ended up getting edited, a 10-minute video edited down to 1 minute, was the person's review and their thoughts about that person's course, about that person's content, the results that they got from working with that person. That's going to go a lot further having a conversation like that than the other things that you talk about, like, okay, the logistics, if that makes sense. You're better off pulling the kind of professional emotion of, if they take your course, there are literally people's lives that get changed by taking certain courses that get them results that actually improve their career, improve their life, improve their relationships. I mean, there's a million courses out there that can, even just something that's your hobby, can take it to the next level. And that way it can change your life and improve it and bring more joy to your life. So having that emotion is value, and having the results be value in your video and in your content of what you put out. And that's not salesy at all. That's that back to that authentic and real world that we keep hearing those buzzwords, but people showing up that way on LinkedIn, it's still professional. It's just pulling out that energy of the person that took your course, if that makes sense. Does that help?
Yeah, it makes total sense. So that's
and
great.
The other thing is, don't show up in the direct messages and just spam people, take my course. Show interest in others before you can expect them to show interest in you.
Absolutely. That's the worst.
Definitely.
Yeah, no, that's great. Thank you. And if you guys are just joining us on the live, we are live with Judi Fox, who is all about LinkedIn. And she had over 3 million views on her LinkedIn content last year in 2018, and probably going to surpass that by miles in 2019. You're doing a lot of things this year. So we're answering all of your questions around LinkedIn marketing. So we're going to go into the next question here. Next question. Patty, you want to take this one?
Yeah. So question 2 is, what steps did you take to achieve that many views on LinkedIn? I know that's a pretty loaded question as well. So, and you could
well, I will say LinkedIn is just like any other platform. If you are highlighting and taking advantage of any of their new features, again, that term consistent doesn't always mean that you're consistently putting out content. I've learned that actually being consistent on LinkedIn, and I'm not, again, progress, not perfection, being consistent on LinkedIn is actually still showing up in the comments and being consistent in that way. Another way is to, like I said, use all of their features. So they do have articles that you can write. You can take a video that did and performed well, or a post, and turn it into an article, and it continues to live on. And for example, and I've worked with different YouTubers, and there is a way to highlight your #1 video on your YouTube channel to be either your speaker reel or your trailer or whatever. Some people have said, put the video right there that gets you the most subs and followers and those types of things, just like we have the ability to highlight in our stories and different areas on each channel. Well, that's the same way with LinkedIn. There's ways to highlight your media, your videos, your content on the platform so it continues to live on and be a little bit more evergreen. And that continues to drive views and results, because at the end of the day, you want your energy and time on a platform to lead to not only views, but engagement, opportunities, whatever you're looking for, if you're looking to make more sales, more inbound business development. So what do you think? Again, building up relationships on any platform, I think, is the key. There's collaborating with others. There's so many of the similar activities on the other platforms apply to LinkedIn. And I really think that you just have to spend time on the platform to kind of build up that time. And some people would say anywhere from, at a minimum, 10 to 15 minutes a day to, now you have somebody like Gary Vaynerchuk really, really shouting out about the platform and saying I think trying to do 90 comments a day. Being in the comments, so, is very incredible and will drive more views to your content because you'll be top of mind.
Yeah, no, that's a really good tip. A lot of people are very afraid or a little bit shy and more introverted about creating content. So comments is also a form of content, and actually gets you in front of a lot of people, especially if you're commenting on, channels and people's posts that have a big reach, right? So
and one more thing, like I said, I highlight Fox Rocks as my hashtag. And so it's interesting, but when people tag me and they start to shout out Judi Fox, it starts to make it look like I'm in more comments than I actually am.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So there you go. So know the rules and then play with them, but know how to get around it too. But yeah, that's great. So let us know if that tip helps. If you guys are going to be going in and like starting to comment, any questions you guys have, drop them in the comments as well, and we'll go into question number 3. You want to take this?
So when you got that reach and attention, how did you turn that into sales? How did you turn that into revenue?
I think one of the biggest ways is I got very clear with myself about the direct messages. And at the end of the day, I started reaching a point where the direct messages can either, like I said, people are more likely to stay on the platform than you trying to drive them off of the platform. One thing I did was I learned to create a form to fill out on my website. So that way, when people did check me out on my website, there was a way to contact me, a way to fill out a form to work together. And my primary 2 buckets of people that I want to connect and do work, and why I'm even spending time on the platform, is super awesome, cool people, or people I'm going to work with, future clients, past clients, potential clients. And then I was like, who else really exists? Like, super awesome, cool people, or it's two buckets. I couldn't come up with another bucket other than you're either super cool, awesome people. Like you guys are both super cool, awesome people. So it made my direct messages, it made my ability to do and say yes to opportunities and no to opportunities and turn that into results and sales, because I was okay saying no. And I think we've heard that learning how to say no actually does result into more actual sales and opportunities and results and podcast and however you want to get out into the world, whatever it is you're selling. Again, we're focused on courses here. You spending the time in your DMs with people who would either, number one, be amazing people that would be happy to shout you out or happy to promote you because you're happy to promote them because you love what they're up to. You don't really have to have that many people. It could be 100, let's just say, and 100 amazing people in your network who are movers and shakers or who are up to the same things that you're up to and who would value the course and the coaching that you put out into the world. I think gets you more actual sales than trying to spread so wide of a net that you dilute your energy, your passion, and what results people can get from you.
Really, really great advice. Super advice. And I think that's something that's definitely, saying no to stuff. It's definitely the hardest.
It's hard.
Really hard because you want to help people out and you want to say yes to everyone. We say yes a lot.
We say yes pretty much all the time.
Pretty much all the time. So
it's hard to say no.
It's hard to say no. But you're right. Getting your time is the time you spend. The time investing into yourself, your LinkedIn profile is obviously crucial, and obviously those relationships you make and making a great impact as well.
Oh, that's great.
Good. And it's almost like having peace inside of yourself that when you do kind of dial into naturally who you are, there are going to be people who don't, and it hurts sometimes because I am a human just like every other person, and I want people to like me. And at the same time, trying to be likable is honestly not what gets you actual sales and results. You want to be likable, but if you're going to turn around and give advice and say, here's my course, and I'm trying to teach you how to do something, you may have advice that not everyone likes or wants to hear. Do you see what I mean? Like, yeah. 100%. Anytime in business, you have to be, but there's still a way to be tactful and kind and have high empathy. And be respectful with everything that you share and how you talk. So,
yeah, definitely. Just do the right thing. Literally, treat people how you want to be treated yourself. I think that's definitely the right way to do it. So,
one last question before we start jumping into the comments here. So, the last question is: how much time, money, effort did you invest in getting the results that you achieved in LinkedIn last year? It's probably hard.
Last year, yeah, that's hard. I would say the time was pretty high. I probably within the first couple of months that I was on, even being more active on the platform, I was probably spending anywhere from 2 to 3 hours a day. And I was mostly in the evening. And I would sometimes post my content or my videos 10 p.m., 11 p.m. I was trying to do it after I'd worked a full day. I then made dinner and I went straight from evening routine, bedtime for my son, and I got my cell phone and I sat in bed and I do have to say almost all of that 3 million views, I would say 80% of it was on my cell phone. Wow. All of the DMs, all of the comments, all of the engagement was all from my cell phone because that sounds really funny, but I could lay in bed and I could just be all over the platform and do it that way. So
that's incredible.
That is incredible.
Is there something to be said where, like, based on like the time, like I'm from maybe able to tell from the UK. I've got quite a lot. I've got quite a lot of collections in the UK. So every time I do a post, I tend to like think about, is it like 8 a.m. or like sort of 7 p.m. their time? Is that perhaps a similar thing? If you've got an audience in a particular time zone, do you post and cater to that?
See, At some point, I told myself to stop thinking like that. And the reason why was because what I learned is again, do you want your time, money, and effort on the platform to result in sales? So I started thinking, and I can't control that that's the time slot that I had. And now I have more freedom because I do, and I have a full-time, my own business. But before I was in corporate, I was working for clients during the day, all day long, 40, 50, 60 hours a week. So I just had to cater to when I'm on the platform, that's when I should put out content, because I can respond to every single comment. I can respond to every DM, and I can respond and go over and like and comment on other people's profiles. Like, for example, yesterday, and because live, I think on the platform has shifted some things, and people have been kind of recently struggling with their views. So I went from 21,000 views last week to barely able to scratch 1,000 views this week. And I was saying to myself, what did I do different? What happened? And at the end of the day, I had a strong talking with myself and just said, you know what, Judi, do the same actions that you always do. Do what you tell every single person that you coach, which is post a piece of content. It doesn't matter if it's getting 500 views to 50,000 views. You're going to try, the first people that get on your content, you're going to try to go over to their content and give it love, because they're the people who were able to give you that initial like and comment. Then you should return the favor. That's just how I that's how I got to 3 million. So time and money. Yeah, the money, it's my cell phone. I did everything off my cell phone. The videos were all on my cell phone. There was no extra camera. There was no extra, what's the word? I do have an iPhone 10, but there was nothing extra, just this. So.
Yeah, there you go. If you're listening out there and you're kind of, stuck because you don't want to create content because you don't have, a DSLR or the right lights and stuff like that, take it from Judi. 3 million views on LinkedIn last year, all primarily on your cell phone, and not just the content itself.
And just outside lighting.
Outside lighting, if you have a window, then you've got all the light that you need. So that's really, really inspiring. And hopefully that's helping a lot of people out there. If you're tuning in live or watching the replay, if that's helping, let Judi know, say hello, and, connect with her. I'm going to drop her email or her website into the comments here, which is judifox.com.
JDI.
There it is. And then also, Judi, tell us a little bit about what you are launching right now pretty soon.
So April 1st, I launched my first group coaching. So up to this point, I'd been doing one-on-one LinkedIn strategy and LinkedIn coaching. And I think that is important because so many people want you to, and the advice out there that I constantly hear is, do this, do that, do this, do that. And honestly, to be really blunt, if you can't get results for one person, how can you get results for 20? So spending time getting the results for one-on-one and, doing that is really important, not just for yourself, but you build up confidence that when you do launch a group, you're able to manage that. And from the perspective that my founding members, so I'm very, very grateful for my Foxstar founding members. They are amazing. I have 19 of them, and they are in this group coaching, and they're literally telling me and giving me immediate feedback for what's working, what's not, what's clear, what's not. So that way, as I'm filming, because now I actually do have a fancy camera and I'm filming my course for Thinkific that I can put out, and it can be purchased, and I can have that available, that I've now taken people through it live, and then it can go out. I just think it's a smart way to kind of get real-time feedback on what you're creating.
No, that's great. That's great. That's actually exactly how we teach people. Aaron Morin on our team, he's created a lot of training material on how to build your first course. And you're literally doing exactly what he tells people to do. So,
and then now I have a wait list. So the wait list, I probably need to make sure it's clear, but it's for not only getting announced for when the Thinkific course goes up, but also when, and it sounds like I'm like, okay, guys, I'm on your platform, by the way, and I don't even have an account. Yeah. But the point is, I'm going to, and it's already like planned out, and it's so incredible to be able to do it this way, and it's just a process. You can't be further along in a process than where you literally are. So
awesome. That's great. We're super excited for you. And we were talking a little bit about time management and helping as many people as you can. I think this course, it's great to have you on our platform, but I think it's also going to help your business, because now you're going to be able to help people without having that direct scale, right?
You can help more, even more people.
Yeah. So for that.
Well, and I think, like I said, I've got 20 awesome, amazing people telling me real time where it's confusing, where it makes sense, where they need more details. So that way, at the end of the day, I've really subscribed to, you should create a course that people can flow through, and it's not, I want it to be fun, because I can't imagine learning in a boring environment. So I'm trying to have fun, trying to say, okay, let's get snappy and let's get through this really quick. And like I said, I've taken Marie Forleo's B School, I've taken Sunny Lenarduzzi's YouTube for Bosses, I've taken courses, and I've seen where I'm like, yeah, that's awesome, that's great, and I can implement the same things. So just in my style for LinkedIn.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's great. Well, this has been a really awesome session, Judi. You shared so much, and we're excited for what you're building. Excited for the Fox Rocks community too, and let us know. Let people.
Well,
know.
I want to shout you guys out. You guys are incredible people. I can't even imagine like the energy that you guys put out and how you show up, not only at conferences but online. You guys are awesome.
No, thanks,
thank you.
Judi.
We really appreciate that. And we sort of took this up. Was it like November? We're like, we're just going to do a live every day. And I think we haven't done it every day, but we've definitely
3 or 4 times a week. Yeah,
we're close.
Yeah. So.
I think it's just you come across real. You're awesome, and you literally like. Being able to put courses out into the world changes people's lives. Like I said, it could change your career, but it also can enhance your personal life from a hobby perspective, or from creating the shortest path from not knowing anything about something to knowing and having a lot more knowledge about it.
Yeah, that's what
we're trying to do. Yeah.
Well, there you go. You did it.
Great. Well, we're going to be waiting for that course to launch. We're going to be tuning in on LinkedIn, and hopefully LinkedIn Live soon. They should just give you an account. Let you have access to that.
This. Let's go. Everyone get into LinkedIn.
Everybody
#FoxRocks gets live.
Everyone email somebody at LinkedIn and say Judi should get a LinkedIn Live access today.
Thank you.
Make that happen.
I mean, I've got the hat.
Yeah,
I've got it.
Come on. So I want to say thanks to everyone that joined us live. Lucas, thank you so much. John, thank you so much. Denise so much. As well. So everybody, and then on YouTube Live, we've got Keith. Keith, so Judi, Keith wants to connect with you and kind of talk about LinkedIn. So I've left Judi's website. Arthur on YouTube Live as well. Brian Roy.
Thank you, mate.
Hi, Brian.
Thanks, everyone. We will see you guys next time. We're going to get into the retreat here, and we'll
enjoy. I wish I was there.
Actually, we're just going to do emails.
Next year, Judi, you come over. I'm trying to figure out how we can get you some Thinkific swag that has like the ears. Well,
I mean, I can put the ears on any hat.
Oh, there you go. Okay, we'll just figure that out.
We'll get the tail, a hoodie with the tail, perhaps, with a bushy tail.
Yeah, we can do that. Awesome.
Or like a hood I pull up.
I think thank you so much, guys, before this thing gets out of hand,
Yes.
Thank you so much. We'll see you guys next time.
Thank you, guys. Okay, bye.